When you take him out of the box, this is what you should see. You should see a head, a frill, a spinning mechanism, a hip bracket and shoulder bracket, 4 supporting poles, 2 arms with the foam on them, module, adapter and foldable base, and of course the clothing, which was too big to fit in this shot. Well, now it's time to get on with the setup. So first things first, you will need to take your folding base and put it down facing, so the pins will be facing the back and the front will not have any pins. That's how you know which way it is. Then you want to take your 4 supporting poles and attach them to those said pins. And you know when you've got a secure connection when you hear the pinging sound that I will play here. Now you're going to want to take your spinning mechanism and attach it to the top of the frame. And of course use this with the pins, and they should snap in nicely. So once you've done that, you're going to want to take your clown shoes and slide them over the poles onto the bottom of the base. This may be a little tricky because of the size of the holes, but it should be no problem like it was with me. And now once you've done that, you're going to want to take your clown costume and put it over the frame, and then it will rest on top of the shoes until you need it. This is how your setup should be looking. And now you're going to take your module and attach it to the top of the frame. Keep in mind you want to have all the controls facing backwards, and that's how you know where the back is. And then of course the front will be the speaker facing forwards, so that's where the sound will come out of. Now what you're going to want to do is take the shoulder bracket and put it over the shoulder base frame, and it should slip into these holes quite nicely. There is no snap on this, just so you know. Then when you've done that, you want to take your adapter. Depending on where you live, it will look a little different. This is the one for the UK, and it should look like this. They all should have the same connection. And you want to put it into the back like that, and then put your adapter to the side for now. Now you're going to want to pull up the costume over the shoulder frame to give it shape. And inside you want to connect the wires, which I'll show you an image of here. Just make sure you connect them all together before progression. Then you want to take your arms and thread them through both of the arm holes. It has to be done this way because it can't be done any other way. Then you want to take your clown head with a spring attached inside of it, and keep in mind that it has a connection you need to connect. Then you want to put it on top, and then you want to select your frill and tie it around the back as well. So now you want to connect the Velcro straps on both sides of the fabric and connect them together, creating a secure and nothing's going to fall out of it side of environment. And of course you want to leave a hole for your adapter to fall out of and flow into an electricity socket. So now you're going to put it into the socket and turn it on, and you should hear a mechanism starting up sound, which you know is good. And now here is the options of how to use the prop. So this is the volume control, which can be very loud and very quiet. And this here, the one I'm pointing to, is the sensor or foot pad setting. This is the off setting, which I have it on now. And that is the continuous mode, which you should probably use for Halloween night. Now once you select it to each one of those modes and turn it on, it should look something like this. Now we'll hand it over to Future Me for the review of the Twitching Clown. Thank you, previous version of me. And hello everyone, this is the Twitching Clown animated prop, and here is the review on him. So for looks, I'm going to give him a straight up 10 out of 10 because of the amount of detail added to his clothing as well as his face. His sensor works very well. It's very sensitive to sounds. And he is infrared, so I mean he'll walk in the dark. Work in the dark, not walk. That would be absolutely terrifying. So I mean, if you have him in a haunt or something, if someone were to go past him and it's pitch black, he would activate straight away. Here I'm going to show some of the detail on his face. Here is some of the detail on his face. So his nose will not look like this. It's just been a bit battered probably from shipping, which is unfortunate, but his face definitely it definitely forgives that, since it is highly detailed. And His jaw is held on by a bolt, and the neck is rubber with a spring hiding in it, and it is rubber so it can bend and flex all over in the positions you saw him. His teeth are a very creepy yellow, probably from eating children. His eyes are they're pitch black with a simple paint job done to his pupil. I love this clown makeup kind of streak going around. His hair goes to the side, even though right now I have not put it there. It's just straight out of box, all over the place really. His frill is very nice. It is detachable, and it has these stains on it. Those are not real stains, of course. They've been stained from like purposely. I sure hope they've been stained purposely anyways. It'd be a bit creepy. But here's his costume. It's a what is that, like a polyester, and his pom-poms are very like consistent. They are not about to fall apart. There's a sensor, and it has a designated sensor zone. So, and it's held on by Velcro from the other side, so you can take it off if you want. He's got blood stains all over him. His sleeves are just a simple kind of fabric, of course, covering his hands, which are a awesomely detailed glove. Then, of course, that would be his skin. It's very cool, very, very cool indeed. Same over here. And then at the bottom, here we have his shoes. Next to his base. His shoes, can I just say these shoes are absolutely massive. Like, I know I have a very small foot, but yeah, look at that. That is insane. But yeah, they are just completely hollow. So, I'll show you in there. Hope you can see that. So yeah, they're completely hollow, and his base is a reinforced base. These are very popular with the larger props now, and do have a fold-in bit so you can fold them in for packaging. And so for overall, his looks are a 10 out of 10. Now we're going to move on to the functionality. His functions are fairly simple. He has a motor which allows him to spin. I'm sure I've showed that in the setup. And he has a very simple module used in everything really these days. And the unique piece probably would be the spring hold his neck in place. So yeah, that's for his unique piece. And so yeah, for that I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. And for the price, is he worth the money or is he not? Okay, I'm going to say just straight off, he is definitely worth the money. I got him for £180, which is around $200. Is that correct? I'll gotta go check that. I'll throw it up on screen now. But yeah, and his setup is surprisingly one of those simple ones. Not too much of a fuss. It would, like, for a new beginner of animatronics, it would probably take around half an hour. But that is not like very long at all compared to the other things I've had. Some of them even took me around 2 hours to set up, and that's from me being experienced with animatronics and things. And that was that was a challenge. Video on that would be coming soon. But yeah, he's 100% worth the money. If you can find him on a discount, I would suggest getting that, since he was on a discount from £200 to £180. So definitely get him then. He would look brilliant in a clown area, probably since he is a clown. He stands around 7 feet tall. I'm very short anyway, and well, yeah, I can't really. Yeah, he also contains a very loud volume control. Because when you turn him on first, warning, listen. When you turn him on first, you want to turn down the volume because it sounds like a jet landed in your house, which you don't really want because it's the loudest thing on earth. And the creepiest as well.